And start. Alright, so welcome back. So, let me just take that off. Where's my stuff? There it is. Yes, okay, good. Oh no. Okay, I have things set up in a very funky way right now, but it'll be fine. I have so many open letters on here because like 30 different places decided to just send me like 30 separate like government establishments decided to send me. Oh no, one bank actually, and like a bunch of government stuff. People decided to send me letters that are completely unrelated to each other. They just happened to send them at the exact same time. Or I just happened to not check my mailbox for a long time, but you know. Oh, I'm still at 50%. That's right. I keep forgetting. Yeah. So about the method that I used last time, right? I don't think it was bad. I do like these thinner lines a lot, definitely, right? I do think that I may have overdid it a little bit, and I think that like there was a certain level of detail that I need to like follow with this to not make it like I feel like it's a little bit weird. Oh wait, hold on, sorry, wrong color. It's a little bit weird to there's a very like big mismatch in the amount of detail that I put into stuff there. I feel like I need to make it more better. Just like match up the amount of detail that I put into everything and not like have an over detailed bit and then like an under detailed bit. But that is like a very nuanced thing to think about, like because it's hard to like say for sure what is over and what is under detailed. Simply because like some things have to be more detailed than others. So for example, eyes, right? You need to detail those more than like something like nose and mouth, purely because, well, one, it's part of the style, and two, right, it's because your brain focuses on those areas more, right, when you're talking to someone. So it like, and when you look at a drawing, your brain focuses more on what's more detailed in a lot of ways. So your brain is going to kind of default to looking at the eyes when they're detailed, but when they're, I think I'm going to over detail them here a little bit because when they are over detailed, the problem there becomes that they look uncanny, and I think that's kind of what's going on here and here. I feel like this gradient is doing a lot of the is like doing a lot of is a major part of the issue. Like I don't think the gradient itself is bad. It's just like here it's a lot simpler, right? Here I put way too much effort into this, and now if you zoom out a little bit, it looks so uncanny. I don't know if I like that. I'm gonna not touch it because I don't want to redo that. But what character was this again? Oh yeah, I remember. Okay, yeah. Should be there. Here. Do. Wait. Upon review my, after review my the billion. Давай, работа. No, no. Fine. Passable. Okay, this is gonna be annoying. Split the difference. This is what's gonna end up being probably the best option here. Yeah, I realized I gotta do these recordings a lot earlier than what I'm currently doing right now because yesterday I was like really tired for no reason. I think it's because I was just recording later than I usually do. So yeah. Like, it wasn't even, again, it wasn't that, like, it was like midday, right? But I usually like record at noon as opposed to that. So I'm probably like at least a little bit more energetic at that time. Oh wait, no, wrong layer. No, okay. Yeah. Also, another thing I want to do a lot more, definitely, right, is I want to this. How does it look without this? Let me take the circle out because it's very off center. Here, like that. I feel like is this line still fine? Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay. What was I saying? I forgot. Something about talking about some of the recording earlier and then something else. Whatever. Oh, okay. That's how I did it. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What I was talking about is I want to try drawing more on this scale rather than zooming in for every little bit. That's a bad habit of mine. Like, I don't even, like, I draw worse when I do that. And I keep doing it. I don't know why. So, yeah. Okay. I need a paper and a pencil. Here's the paper. And I have a pencil right here. Okay, so I need to kind of consider how I want this eye to look like. So if I base it kind of off of what I already have, because I want to have a more concrete, like more consistent eye shape on this. Because I keep forgetting to add this. Here. Here. Like that. Shit with that, that's a little bit. Yeah, sure, something like this. No, I don't like that. Okay. You know what? I'll improvise. As I usually do. Put that away. Okay, alright, so if I was to just purely improvise this. No! I did all of that in one stroke. That's a horrible idea. You gotta resist the temptation to zoom in and then like correct everything. Because I do so much worse. That's too low, I think, right? And then, too small. Okay. And the reason as to why that's too low is because I need to make this a whole lot bigger here. Do. 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 I think I'm onto something here. I feel like that could work in a way if I make that better. Make, like, as a general design. Yeah, it's actually not bad. It's a little bit inconsistent with all this here, but it's fine. Also, it's a little bit small. Oh, I see the reason why it's a little bit small. Because I keep forgetting that I have this here. And so basically, I was trying to draw it with between this and this. I subconsciously kind of like put the face and here rather than here. So that's why. Okay. Alright. Okay, well, I'm just going to rescale it. It's fine. It's not a big issue. Yeah, supply transformation. Wait, you don't actually see that on screen, do you? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, so at least I'm pretty sure that you don't see the screen. Alright, now time for precision work. So this time I actually do need to use MNIM. Ooh, not as big, or I actually don't know if I like that as much. Make it lower. I'm lazy, so I'm just gonna. Yeah, you don't see the screens. Yeah, there's like a screen that comes in every time I try to do a transformation, and it like, and I don't like make it exactly. Basically, I have a bunch of pop-up windows that I constantly use. Like I just merged the layers, and you can't see that on here. I don't know how to set that up though. You can. Is there like a general screen thingy that you have to record? Because like, I don't know. I'm no expert in this stuff. Why is that here? Probably from the other ones that I was doing. So here is that off center? Need to consider that as not off center. Let me see. Okay, if I was to move it, not that, this, a little more, like that, and then I was to add in that center line, here, here, yep, that's a little bit better. Yeah, so I did move it ever so slightly. Alright, now, what I have to understand, how do I draw puppy dog eyes? Like, usually I get those when I eat, because my dogs, try and convince me that I've never fed them in my life, like, they've never tasted food before, now they must have whatever it is that I'm eating. So, puppy dog eyes, images. Ooh, that makes things annoying. Oh, no, it doesn't. Yeah, okay, so yeah. See, the thing that I had a problem with before, right, is that I draw all my stuff a little bit too seriously. Like, there's not enough cartooniness in all this, right? So, right, but I just got a, I actually don't need a sketch for this because none of this is actually supposed to be all that detailed. What I can do is I can make Is that... Yeah, that's not a precise number, but like... Sorry. Something along these lines. So yeah, I don't actually need a sketch for that. That is simple enough to draw that I can just do that. Need to be a little bit more like multi-level with that. Ooh, good. Ooh. Give or take. I literally have a circle tool on here. I just never use it because it never gives me a circle. It always gives me like an oval. And like this is an oval, but I know how to work with this. I don't know how to. I like thing is I just subconsciously assume that like the computer gives me a perfect circle, and so I work off the assumption that that's a perfect circle, instead of, you know, being at all skeptical of machinery. Let me check one thing. Here it is. No, stay alive. All right. No, not seeing what I'm trying to find. Well, sort of. Okay, so. Okay, let me just look at this again. Really quickly from this. Так. Okay, alright, so I'll just do something along these-ish lines. And then just do that. Do that. Alright. New. Do that. Do that. So yeah, a lot of what expresses cartooniness is the facial expression. from what I've seen. So maybe if I work with that, okay. That looks horrible. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trace over this with a thicker brush later, because see, thing is, this method, right, gives off too much of a look that it does not work for this, like too serious of a look, if you will, which I cannot afford to have for this. Oh, look at that. Okay, I need to make this smaller. I'm really bad at consistent results. The thing is, I'm actually not bad at consistent results. Like, I can do a lot more of this type of drawing on a paper for some reason. Like, for some reason, this just, like, I don't know, what is this about computer? Oh, you know what one of the big things are, right? I don't have, you know, like these, like if you were to imagine for a second this is a hand, right? And then here's the thumb, right? There's like these, what's her names? There's like these gloves that like go over these two fingers, right? I used to have one of these, but I lost mine. So my, what happens is my hand gets stuck, so I can draw to here, and then I have to lift up my hands and go here, and that messes up the line. Right, so here and there, and so like I can't. And so especially on this side, because I'm right-handed, right? So on that side, like it's a lot harder for me to do this. I guess that actually genuinely could be the reason. That is actually a very possible reason for this. Maybe if I go this way instead in that case. So if I go like that, and I go like that. I'm not used to measuring stuff out in this direction though, which is a problem. Which is also, the thing is, this problem is really easy to solve if I use this small thing called responsibility, right? And I actually get one of these thingies for my hands so that I can actually, properly. Oh, that looks fine. I like that. That looks okay. It still feels slanted to this side, but I think that's because of this circle. No, it's actually not just because of the circle. It's actually also because this is a bit less angled. Just a tiny bit. Yeah. So I guess that actually genuinely could be a big issue. Huh. Interesting. I never thought about that. Okay, yeah, so I just use this, and then I'll just, like, complete the circle. Again, doesn't have to be exact. I do want this to be on this side a little bit more. Yeah. See, I just need to draw, like, a cartoony expression on this person. And then just try to work with that. So that's an eraser tool. I have a straight line guide right here, which is pure coincidence. Okay, so now that I have this more cartoony head, which actually, how did the Oh, it was just smaller. Oh, it was just small. I could have used that. That's annoying. Okay. Whatever. Alright. But yeah, I want to give more cartoony eyes. Yeah. I'm also just in general, right, thinking of seriously simplifying my drawing style for the next chapter. Like, I think I'm gonna like continue a style like this for this chapter, just because I don't want to like make things that jarring. But I think I'm gonna like, I think I want to like try being closer to this style, like this like way more cartoony, simple type style. That looks like a toddler. My goodness. Oh, no. Maybe if I like do this like that and make it more like this, because like I don't want to make this look like a child. Does this help my case at all? That is still massive. No, that's horrible. Oh my goodness, that does not work at all. Okay, how do people do this? How do they do this? Not make their like person not like an infant. Like. Okay, actually, also I think these eyes are mixed match. Yeah, because like, see, this eye is actually slightly bigger than this eye. So if I make it a little bit smaller, maybe that will make things into a more favorable image. Please. Please work. Come on. Something along these lines. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to simplify it quite down this much, but no, because this doesn't look in the way that I want it to. Like, oh wait, hold on. Actually, if I was to make it like that. I don't know if that looks terrifying. I feel like that just looks terrifying. What if I like fill it with like a that looks like an eldritch horror. That does not look like a human. What if I raise the eyes a little bit? That does not make anything better. Yeah, that looks like an abomination. Okay. I do like the eye raise though. I'm probably gonna actually do that. But overall, that was not a success. Excuse child again. I don't like that. What I do like is that this is a little bit flatter than this, right? And I feel like that. Again, I had to figure out a way to decrease the eye size whilst maintaining like the puppy dog look. Because I mean, like, okay, so the thing is, like, the puppy dog eyes thing is supposed to like give off more of a child vibe, but I don't want to make it actually look like a toddler. The big eyes aren't helping, are they? There's a limit to how much I can. You know what? I'm sure for one panel it's fine because people are gonna skip over this anyways. It's not gonna be like particularly noticeable. Right. So as long as people just kind of gloss over it, maybe? Maybe that's fine. Oh, this looks like an absolute toddler. No. Okay, let me just consult some more things and see if maybe that'll make things better. Okay, but all of this loses the What if I just, okay, like, purely just size them down? Like, zero creativity, just purely size them down. Like this, right? And then I say, like, put this here, right? And then I take... Oh, wait, hold on. So they're also too close together. That's another big problem that I need to deal with. So if I take... Doop, 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 doop. If I take this and I move it slightly like that, I think, right? And then I do the scale thing from this point. Okay, what if I do free transform and I just make them wider? Right, I don't want them to, that looks so terrible, oh no. Nope. Yeah, because the problem is that, like, yeah, I guess that's a lot better, sort of. No, wait, hold on. Come back. There we are. Alright. And now let me try this and this and this and this. Okay, all right. $30 minutes for this. Wow. Oh boy. Ooh, okay. So one of the things that I might be doing that I don't like is, so what if I just make the face smaller? So here, all right. No, I said scale. Like if I make the face smaller, right? Purely. That has to be here still. And then I also make the eyes smaller, right? And that might not seem, yes, that might not seem like a big difference, right? Which it isn't actually. Hold on. Wait, why does this work? Why? I made them bigger. Hold up. Why would this work? Let me think. Why would this work? Because what I want to do, right, is I want to kind of make the eyes pop out more. So if I, because it's supposed to be like a, this is supposed to be like the one issue with this, like, does difficult have any kind of better methods of moving around? I would love to know them. Alright, and once again, if I scale them down a little, and then I, yes, apply transformation, and I transform that a little bit more. I think that looks better. I think so. Maybe, sort of. that read surprise. Okay, so in general, a lot of these expressions are going to read surprise because of these smaller eyes. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, I'm stupid. So, thing about dog eyes, right? So if I draw like a dog head. So, if I was to just like draw a dog head here, do. Dog eyes are actually very massive in comparison to their pupils, right? So they're kind of like this almost. This is a very horrible picture of dogs. Maybe this will make it better. Okay, you have to believe it. This is what my dogs sort of look like. All right, they look like this, and they have like massive ears because they're Chihuahuas. But yeah, big scary beasts. Those things are. Yeah, probably the most accurate picture I've ever done of my dogs. But yeah, but the point is that their pupils are actually much larger than in comparison to their eyes as opposed to humans. So I actually need to make these eyes bigger, not smaller. Or the eye pupils? Is that what, like things? I always thought the pupil was the what's it called? It was the like the black part of the eye, and then like this part is the iris, I believe, right? But I keep I don't know what the entire thing is called, is the thing. So I just like kind of refer to it as pupil, but like I don't think that's actually correct. I don't know if that's good. Maybe it'll look better once I do the other one. Please. Sort of. Kind of. I can see it. It's not the worst thing I've ever done. I've done worse. Yeah. This is fine. Everything's fine. There's no issue here. There would never be issue. Okay. Anticipation. That's not. Bruh. I am getting no references for this. Expectation, perhaps. Maybe that's better as a word for this expression. Expectation. That tells me nothing. This isn't the face that I want. Okay. How about I am going to try just a couple of other. That's not. Oh boy. Okay, so perhaps either something like this, or like that. That looks like this person just did something. So that looks like this person is mad. maybe? Well done, maybe? What if I make it wider? Wider? No, that looks like a really weird expression. Ooh, another thing that I'm on this layer. I'm a failure. Okay, this is not the layer I'm supposed to be on, but if I add like stars, stars in the eyes, right? And then I do, 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 do. I guess that's a very, very. No, I need bigger ears for that thing. Because the thing is, smaller ears indicate a younger person, and I don't want that in the slightest. I don't. The thing is, I want to keep this person looking their age whilst not, like, whilst keeping the expression. This is how I used to draw ears, by the way. Just this. And then the thing is, I would keep the face. Like, I used to draw the face like this, and then do the ears like that. At one point, because I genuinely was like, it's the ears. No one's gonna know. No one's gonna care, right? But apparently, it genuinely does make a massive difference. The thing is, I can't over detail the ears now because I've under detailed the rest of the face. Like, if like the ears are hyper detailed, whilst none of this is, then it looks really weird. So, yeah, I'm just gonna keep it like that. This looks like a toddler. Okay, please tell me I can somehow. What's it called? Squaring the circle or something? Maybe if I make the nose bigger, actually. Hold on. Because the nose and ears are the thing that. Nope, that looks like an even bigger child. Okay, that's worse. Alright. I know it's worse. Okay. I don't know if I like this. I don't know. This feels weird. I don't like this. This doesn't look like what I want to draw. This looks like a literal toddler. How does one approach doing? Okay, if I was to do, right? Yeah, because this doesn't even look like the same person anymore. So actually, I don't know. I don't even know about that. I think the eyelids are wrong, or not the eyelids. The pupils are wrong. I think if I can make these better, because if I can make these better, I think the rest of this is just gonna like magically be fixed for some reason. Like, something tells me that there's something about, because like I feel like this looks a lot better than with the pupils. Like if I take the pupils out, this looks a whole lot better. So how would it look if I did this? That's not particularly great. Bashful. Oh, I can make this person look more bashful. Yeah, no, that actually does work. Forgot I had that. That does work. That actually works a lot better because now this person actually does look a whole lot better. It doesn't look like a toddler because toddlers can't do that. So your brain automatically is like, yep, that's a person. That's not like, okay, well, toddlers are people. They have rights and stuff, but like, but like that's not like your brain is a lot quicker to like be like, yeah, that's fine. In fact, I think this style is actually fine if like I was to draw not like this but like closer to this on like the next few chapters. I just need to like work out the like ins and outs of it because I feel like this, yeah, like I feel like if I just make this a little bit more detailed and like the eyes a little bit like better looking, right, I can probably not use exactly this style but like something closer to it than this because this is way too much work, first of all, and two, it's what's it called, I think I'm very inconsistent on my details on this because like I either go too detailed either like on these pupils or I go like not detailed enough. Like for example, what's a good example of me not going detailed enough? I feel like this right here, like this gap right here, right, it's really weird because this is like a very normal gap to have in anime, but like all of this shading makes it look like really weirdly smooth, and I don't know if I like that look. Also, there's the issue of this eyebrow, which is way too high, but yeah. But like, no, I don't know if like things. I think I'll probably draw more on this now, like, because like it's a question of like what's serious, what's not. Like I feel like I'll sprinkle something closer to this more often. Once I like worked it out a little bit better, because like I don't know if I like this exactly. Because this is a lot quicker to draw, and yeah, it's not as heavy on the minds. Like there's not, it's not like as detail heavy as this, so like it's easier to look at, which is very important for these types of things. So yeah, not exactly this, but something closer to it. Alright, now we need to do hair. Alright, well, that's someone in the other room. I think it was my mother. Yeah. So, I don't know, should I edit that out? I should probably go on mute for now, so, I'll keep drawing, but like, I'll just not be, you'll not hear anything from me. Oh, sorry, yeah, okay, yeah, there it is.